Welcome back to our Legacy Virtual Users Group community members and anyone else watching our Every Day is Tuesday's Tip Day videos. You know the drill. We're using the letters of the alphabet to learn more about and play around in our, well, actually my, Legacy program. Today we're going to focus on jump. Now, I know that hearing me say jump has you thinking of that Pointer Sisters song. Now that's going to be in your head all day. Or perhaps jump for joy when we finally find that person we were looking for on a ship's manifest. Or jump in, as in just click around and play in Legacy. Really, folks, you can't break it. Well, you can, but it's hard, and technical support is only an email away. Or jump from here to there, where you go from the known to the unknown, or you decide to focus on another place or another time in your research. Or jump back, as in make sure to get that source citation before you move on with your research, or give that information you just found a second read, this time a critical one, before you enter it in your Legacy program. And then there's the jump feature in Legacy. Without even knowing anything more, and before we check out the help system, if you hover your mouse over any of these areas in your Legacy family tree view, you can effectively jump around in your program. You can rotate through any additional marriages for either the husband, shown at A, or the wife, shown at C. And you can rotate through additional siblings of whomever is highlighted. And I can see who's highlighted in this couple because it's the blue line under James Murphy. And that rotation is found at B. And this is how it shows up in our Legacy program. Hovering your mouse brings up the vertical line, mine's purple, and the pop-up explanation, here, rotate through husband spouses. And hovering your mouse in that center section between the husband and wife boxes brings up the vertical line and the pop-up explanation, here, rotate through siblings of highlighted person. And you can bring up your bookmarks by clicking on the book icon and jump to any individual or couple you have bookmarked. That's at D. You can choose and use up to 3 quick bookmarks, and that's shown at E. You can click on the RIN or MRIN, and that's shown at F. Finally, you can click on the I box or the M box, those ones that have arrows on either side, to jump forward or backward for individuals or marriages that are tagged, and that's shown at G. Do you take advantage of any of these easy ways to jump around in Legacy? The blue book icon is for your regular bookmarks. You can show the bookmark list by left-clicking on the icon, and you can add to your bookmark list by right-clicking. Once your bookmark list is open, you can use it to jump to an individual or a couple. Legacy also gives you options for removing individuals and couples, as well as clearing all your bookmarks. You also have 3 quick bookmarks. With quick bookmarks, you can jump to any of the 3 individuals, or you can right-click on the space and set a new quick bookmark. When you're just starting out in Legacy, be sure to make yourself the first quick bookmark so you can find your way back to you. And if you want to jump to either individuals or marriages, you can do that in the program. Clicking on that H or W box brings up the Go to Individual, and clicking on that M box brings up the Go to Marriage. And clicking on those I and M boxes that I told you about with those arrows brings up choices for the tags for individuals or marriages. As you can see, I can display anyone tagged with the individual tag number and then work through the list forward or backward. Why not check that out yourself with the marriage tag box? You can change the selection by clicking on whichever tag you want to use. And those jump features for bookmarks, quick bookmarks, individuals, marriages, and individual or marriage tags, they're also available in each of the 6 Legacy views. We already looked at the family view, and this one's the Legacy home view. It's also available in pedigree, descendant, and the index view. And it's available in the various reports and charts. and I use it with my personal filing system. None of my individuals or marriages go anywhere, not even to my blog posts or emails, without their RINs and MRINs. Having included the RINs and the MRINs in my filing system, I now know several of them by heart, and I see them on my views or screens, so I can easily jump to my individuals and marriages, whether in my program or my filing system. Now that we have the simple jump features out of the way, let's take a quick look at the Legacy Help contents, which explain these features in greater detail. Entering the keyword jump brings back a number of topics for the term jump, what exactly jump is in Legacy, and how it works. And as we saw with those goldfish a few slides back, jump simply gets you from one place to another in your Legacy program quickly. Additional information about setting and clearing bookmarks in both the regular and quick bookmarks is included in the help system. You can jump to an ID number, and we just saw that with your choices at the bottom of the Legacy views, but you can also use the keyboard shortcut of Ctrl+G, and that brings up those same Go To windows. I include my RINs and MRINs on all my views, and that's a choice in customization. By using the Go To ID number, I can jump to my individuals and marriages, well, the screens, not the actual people. You can also jump or go to individuals in the name list. Let's do that in the program. And remember, the name list is located in View on the Legacy ribbon. In the name list, you can jump to whomever you want by typing in their RIN or perhaps their given name, or even start with their surname and jump to the individual you want. You can do the same thing in the marriage list. Whether you use the MRIN, the husband's name, or the wife's name, you can jump to the marriage you're looking for in the marriage list. Want to go back in time and see the last 200 individuals you viewed in your Legacy program? Well, the history list will do just that, so you can easily jump back to anyone you've been working on at any time. It doesn't matter whether you closed out Legacy and didn't open it again for another month. Legacy will remember where you were and help you jump back to it. A quick reminder that the history list is found by clicking on View at the Legacy ribbon and then choosing History List from the Other Lists box. Once you click on the history list, you can scroll through it and jump or go to a person or a couple in the list. You have a couple of other choices as well, including remove one or more entries from the history list or clear the entire history list. When we customize Legacy for data entry, we're simply telling our program to jump and do certain things. And these options are completely up to you. You decide how to configure Legacy because you own the program. It doesn't own you. For many of us, we ask Legacy to jump to notes when saving an individual, or jump to marriage when adding a spouse. We're simply asking Legacy to give us that gentle nudge to fill in the rest of the information before we close out that information screen. Many of us ask Legacy to jump and automatically add the surname to either a father's entry or a child's entry. I turn this feature off when I'm working on my Scandinavian ancestors because they used patronymic naming. Legacy will jump for you when you're adding or editing individual information in events. If you include a date, Legacy now puts that event or fact in chronological order, so no more moving events and facts up or down with those arrows, unless you want to manually move information. Legacy can jump to a conclusion. You select the presumed age that a person in your Legacy program is considered dead. There's a default in the program. Legacy will ask you if the person's over 90, but under 120. And if you have filled in the birth dates, Legacy will even do that math for you. There are a number of other customizations for data entry that you can check out by reading through the help system. And note that the help in customization corresponds to the section numbers in the data entry sections. If you have any questions or don't understand how a feature would work, be sure to read through the help entry for that data entry section. As you can see, you can make choices for how Legacy will respond when you tell it to jump, whether that's for general settings, data entry, data format, data defaults, dates, locations, sources, view, colors, fonts, launch, and even other settings. Also note that FF means that your choices only affect the family file that's open, and GBL affects your entire Legacy program. It's global. This is helpful when you have a number of family files that you want to customize. Be sure that you're making the decisions as they're appropriate to family files or global. Work through the data entry options and tell Legacy how you want it to jump to it for you. Hopefully, you're now jumping for joy because your choices for finding your way in your Legacy program are looking less like a maze and more like a path. Thanks for joining us each day during the month of October as we celebrate Family History Month by learning more about our Legacy software and features. I'll see you back here tomorrow for part 3 of our 5-part series on e-learning.